Welcome to another video from Global Academy Hub, Academic Excellence, Global Impact. All right, so we're looking at another problem from CSEC Mathematics Past Paper 2. This one is from January 2020, number 8 to be exact. And this is a pilot problem. Let's take a look at what it's asking us to do. It has 3 parts. It gives us a function and it says to express it in the form a, open bracket, x plus h, close bracket, squared plus k, where a, h, and k are constants. So to do that, we need to complete the square. And then we need to state the minimum value of f of x and determine the equation of the axis of the symmetry. So that's going to be a straight line. We're looking for the straight line equation, right? So that's what we have to do here. Okay, so what we're going to do here is complete the square to get it in the form a, x plus h squared plus k. So the first thing we're going to do is rewrite the problem as we have it. So we have 4x squared minus 8x minus 2 is equal to 0. So I'm going to take over this minus 2. So I'm going to have 4x squared minus 8x is equal to a positive 2. So I took the minus 2 over to the right hand side. And then I'm going to factor out a 4. So I have 4 x squared minus 2x, and I'm going to leave a little space there to complete the square. So what I'm going to do to complete the square is I'm going to add the square of half b. What is b? A is the leading coefficient, and b is the coefficient of the x variable. And of course, c is minus 2. Where am I getting this from? Ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Okay, so b in this case is minus 2. 1/2 of minus 2 is minus 1. So I'm going to add minus 1 squared. Minus 1 squared. But I'm going to add that on both sides of the equation. But this is within a bracket that has a 4 outside. So I'm actually adding 4 times minus 1 squared. Now minus 1 squared is just 1. So 4 times 1 is 4. So I'm adding 4 to the left side. I better add that to the right side as well. Now, in here, what I have is x minus 1 squared. And this is equal to 6. Right here, what I did was I completed the square. If you look up here, what you're going to see is a link to a video that actually shows you how to complete the square. Okay? But this is a perfect square. So now I have 4x minus 1 squared minus 6 is equal to 0. And this is the form that we were looking for. We're looking for a x plus h squared plus k. So there we go. All right, so now we need to find the minimum value of f of x. So f of x is equal to 4x minus 1 squared minus 6. At the minimum value, I have to pay attention to what goes on inside this bracket right here. X minus 1 squared has to be greater than or equal to 0. Why? Because I'm squaring something. I'm squaring something. So it has to be a positive value. Even a negative number, if it is squared, is a positive value. So the least I could get here is 0. And to get that, x would have to be 1. So that if I had 1 minus 1 in here, that would be 0. And this would then be f of 1. This is the lowest possible value, the minimum value. So f of 1 then would be minus 6. So the minimum value of f of x is minus 6. So now we need to determine the equation of the axis of symmetry. So first of all, let's try to explain briefly what is meant by the axis of symmetry. So this is a parabola. This is what we expect if we have a quadratic equation with a positive leading coefficient. What do I mean by that? If I get the form a x squared plus bx plus c and a, which is the coefficient of the x squared variable, is positive, the parabola is going to open upwards. If it's negative, the parabola is going to open downwards. So in this case, it's going to open upwards. And at some point right here, at the minimum point, right here, a line can be constructed vertically. And at that point, your parabola is split in 2 equal halves. This is the axis of symmetry. We are looking for that line. We kind of found it earlier, but let's get back to what we know. We know A is equal to 4. We know B is equal to minus 8. We know C is equal to minus 2. Again, that is from this form. To find the minimum point, the x value, we use a formula x is equal to minus b over 2a. Now, should you be asking if I'd be using the same formula if it was a maximum point? The answer is yes. This is going to give us the x value. So minus b is going to be minus or minus 8. 2a is going to be 2 multiplied by 4. Minus or minus 8 is a positive 8. 2 times 4 is a positive 8. So this is 1. So the x value is 1. And so the equation of that line, the equation of that axis of symmetry, is x is equal to 1. All right.